Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karnauskas, and I want to thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, October 26th. On today's program, we'll be interviewing two more Owatonna School Board candidates who are running to fill the 2-year vacancy term that's coming up here on the school board. And then later on in the program, we'll be on location at Anytime Fitness, so you'll want to stay tuned. We have a good show ahead for you. Owatonna welcomes suggestions from our guests on show topics and guests. You can do so by contacting us via email at owatonnatoday@charter.net or by contacting the show's producer, Leanne Alt, at 390-5751. Leanne would love to hear from you. Meanwhile, we will take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with the Owatonna School Board candidates, so please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Bev Cashman. I'm running for the House of Representatives in District 24A. Good government works when all legislators agree to listen to each other, to work together, and compromise to serve the best interests of their constituents. I will do that. As your legislator, my goal will be to help resolve difficult issues rather than simply blame the other party for failing to act. Please vote for me, Bev Cashman, on November 8th.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas produced by gas-fired appliances in your home. The state of Minnesota requires that you have a carbon monoxide alarm within 10 feet of sleeping areas in your home. We suggest you have a digital readout carbon monoxide alarm. That way we were able to check and see what the concentration amount was when the alarm went off. This has been a public safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, I'm Betsy Linger from the Owatonna Foundation. Your generosity has made Owatonna a better place to live by benefiting our community, the arts, recreation, and education. Please consider a donation today. The Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We're here visiting with two more of our school board candidates. I have here on my right, Nikki Gieseke, and then over here I have Ron Van Nurden, correct?
Correct.
Ron, just quickly before we get into the interview, would you please explain to our viewers what is a vacancy term?
What is a vacancy term?
Right, you're running for vacancy term.
We have had a resignation in the midterm of one of our board members, and another board member was appointed by the board to fill that vacancy until this time of election. And so now that position is open up to the public for election.
Okay. So now that we have a general understanding of what it is they'll be voting for, I'd like to start with you, Nikki. Tell us about yourself, your years in community, your job positions, volunteerism, etc.
All right. Well, again, my name's Nikki Gieseke, and I'm married to my husband, Jeff. I've lived here for 21 years. I have 4 lovely children. My son, my oldest son, passed away 3 years ago, his senior year of high school, Colin Piper. So I guess I just had a wonderful experience unfortunately, when he passed away, and felt the need to give back to the community.
Okay. All righty. And Ron, for you, the same question. Tell us about yourself, your years in community, your job positions, volunteer, etc.
Okay. Well, I moved to this community well over 30 years ago. We live out in the country in an acreage. I taught farm business management at Riverland Community College for a long time, 18 to 20 years. Before that, I taught farm management and agriculture in the school systems. My wife and I, have four kids, 4 children. All of them went through the Owatonna Public Schools. I have a daughter in the ministry. I have a son who's a swine consultant, another son who's a farmer, and a daughter who is in biology education and working toward her doctorate in that area. So I feel very strongly about the school system here and its importance to me and my family, and its importance to the community, and wanted to give back a little bit, and so that's why I have been serving on the board.
Okay. Just one quick point, you're an incumbent, you've been on the school board for 4 years?
Yes, I've been on it for 4 years.
And now you're just running for a 2-year term. Would you explain that?
Correct. Well, I debated whether I should run or not, and but we have a lot of
things that are going on in the school system right now as far as changes that are happening because of the bond referendum. And so I felt that I needed to stay on at least 2 more years to see that through and to make sure that changes were successful.
Okay.
So,
I will ask you the first question. Second question, why did you decide, Ron, to run for office and what qualifications do you feel you bring to this elected office?
Well, as I had said before, I have had the experience of being on the board 4 years. I served 2 years as the treasurer of the board. I'm serving now as clerk. I've served on the policy committee and also on the finance committee, been on the curriculum committee and delegate to the SEE, which is Schools for Equity Education, as a part of the board. So I have quite a bit of experience. And then we've done quite a few things in the last few years with the board. And so I felt I needed to leverage that experience a little bit more for a couple more years to lead the district through what's going to be quite a change as we move from the middle school, or excuse me, from the high school, junior high to a middle school. There's going to be quite some changes, and so we need to, I felt I had some things I could give yet to the system. So.
Okay, great. Okay, Nikki, same question. Why did you decide to run for office, and what qualifications do you feel you will bring to this elected position?
Well, I felt that I had something to give after my experience with my son. In addition to that, I basically felt that a 2-year term was beneficial for all parties, just because I didn't have the experience on the school board, just to kind of make sure that it was a good fit for the community as well as for myself. My experience is that I was on the hockey board for about 6 years and served as the secretary there for 3 of those years. So I understand kind of the politics that go along with a larger committee.
Okay, great. Okay, Nikki, I'll ask you this question. What do you feel are several important issues facing the schools here in Owatonna?
Well, I also feel that moving the junior high into a middle school atmosphere, I think, is going to be it's going to be a challenging process. So I want to make sure that it's as successful as possible.
Okay. And Ron, what do you feel are several important issues facing the school board and the schools here in Owatonna?
First of all, we have to keep in mind what the schools are about. It's about learning, and it's about making sure that our students are prepared for the world that they're going to step into when they leave our school system. And so learning is one of my priorities. Right now, our Owatonna schools are, when we look at measurements from the Minnesota Department of Education, we're just kind of an average school. And I think we can do better than that, and so I would be really concentrating on learning and improving student learning for all students, not just the top end, but all students in general. So.
Okay. I'll ask you this question first. What has been some of your accomplishments since being on the school board?
Mm-hmm. The last time that I ran, we looked at, we did not have all-day kindergarten. And that was a priority for me, was to make sure that we had all-day kindergarten in our school system here for a couple of reasons. One, we were losing students to other schools because we did not offer it. And that has been accomplished. Also, I looked at the finances of the district and had some concerns about finances the last time that I ran. And through the levy referendum and some work in that area, we have been able to stabilize our financial situation to the point we're not deficit spending anymore. So those are 2 things that I felt quite good about as I finish up the first 4 years.
Okay. Nikki, what, as a new person running, what are your hopes and what to accomplish once you're on the school board?
Well, I really don't come in with any agenda per se. I guess I want to make sure that all voices are heard. I've created a Facebook page to make sure that people kind of can tell me what their concerns are within the school district. So that's kind of really, I want to represent the people and make sure that everyone's heard.
Okay. Nikki, tell us, what is your long-term vision for the school board and for the schools?
Well, I really don't have a long-term vision per se. Again, I just want to make sure that we are as successful as possible, that everyone is treated fairly.
Okay. Ron, I'll ask you the same question. What is your longer-term vision for the schools?
Well, I've always felt, and I just basically stated with the last question, but making sure our students are prepared for the life after the Owatonna Public Schools. And in today's world, that's kind of complicated because we're stepping into a world of technology. So I want to make sure that the technology training that we give them that will help them as they step into that world. They really need to know how to read. That's very important. If you're going to make use of the technology, the kids have to know how to read and to understand what they're reading. Math is important because the whole technology piece is based on math and scientific inquiry, and so I think that's really important. So we need to zero in on, even though it sounds technically quite large, we do need to zero in on still the basics, reading and math.
Now, just in a question, this is a sidebar question, but you had mentioned curriculum, and you're mentioning it again here. What role does the school board have with curriculum?
Well, first of all, we have a curriculum director who directs the work of the teaching and the teaching staff, and then the board basically oversees that. I serve on a committee that oversees or that makes recommendations. It's an advisory board to the curriculum committee. But curriculum is extremely important because it's what we teach. Are we meeting the standards the state has required of us? Are we giving the students what they need to be successful? It all comes back to curriculum. Is it all? We've done a lot of work in that area, and I wanted to applaud our staff for doing that because they really have been working hard at getting it aligned with what's needed for the kids.
Do you check on what is required by the state and do research in regards to curriculum?
Yes, certainly we must meet the state requirements, and we also have our staff working on what they feel is required, and it's called enduring understandings. What do our students really need to know long term in order to be successful in life?
Okay, great. Well, thank you for coming on the program. We wish you well in your election, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much.
We will take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we will be right back. So please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jason Earhart, and I play Captain Bravebeard.
And I'm Shelby Zempel, and I play Swill in LTO's current production of How I Became a Pirate and Little Mermaid and the Prince, directed by Vedette Ostermeyer and sponsored by Federated Insurance.
Performances will be held Friday and Saturday, October 21st and 22nd at 7:30 p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, October 23rd at 2 p.m.
And again the following Friday and Saturday, October 28th and 29th at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday, October 30th at 2 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at littletheaterofowatonna.org. Don't miss LTO's production of How I Became a Pirate and The Little Mermaid and the Prince. Arrgh!
Hi, my name is Ryan Gillespie with Bremer Bank Mortgage. By trusting your home loan needs to Bremer Bank, you are guaranteed a personalized, straightforward, and honest experience from application to closing. We look forward to guiding you through your next home purchase or refinance.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Since 1988, the Owatonna Area Business Development Center has been the part of the success of many area businesses. The center leases office space and manufacturing space and offers on-site business consulting. The Owatonna Area Business Development Center is in business to help your business be a success.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say. a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
It's Leanne on the go with the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We are out here today at Anytime Fitness, and we are talking with the owner of Anytime Fitness, Tim Anderson. Hello, Tim.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for being on the show.
You bet.
And I would like to say you are also a sponsor of the show.
We are.
Which we are really, really happy about. We thank you so much for your sponsorship and support of what we do here in the Owatonna community.
Absolutely.
So you have a long history with Anytime Fitness.
I do, yes. Actually, I was the third Anytime Fitness franchise back in 2002. So about 14 years, I guess, we've been in an Anytime Fitness family. So.
That's amazing. How did you get started then, or how did you find out about Anytime Fitness?
It was just actually when I graduated college, I was working at a health club for about 8 years up in West St. Paul, and the guys that owned that ended up starting Anytime Fitness. So I don't want to say it was a guinea pig club, but that's kind of what it was at the start of the franchise, and now there's over 3,500 clubs throughout the world. So,
oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Absolutely.
So do you get any special spiff because you were number 3?
No.
Darn.
Nope.
Anyway, but how many years have you been here in Owatonna?
About 12 years in Owatonna.
Okay.
So, yep.
All right. And tell us where you're located, because within the past year you've actually made a relocation.
Correct. Actually, a little over 2 years ago, we moved out to the old Walmart. So that's 1010 Hoffman Drive was where we're located now. So you bet.
Which is part of the retrofit.
Yep, Retrofit owns the building, absolutely, and then yep, we're up in the front. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what has changed with Anytime Fitness from where you were located before to here?
Oh, lots. I mean, definitely size-wise, we're about twice the size, so that obviously, affords us the ability to bring in a lot more different things. So, we do have now, Well Beats Aerobics, which is our 24-hour aerobics room, where, any time of the day you can go up to the kiosk, select the class type, anywhere from kickboxing, spin, sculpting, step, dance class, all different types of classes in different time segments. So you can go in there and do your class anytime of the day, or just go in and do whatever you'd like in the aerobics room. It doesn't necessarily always have to be classes and stuff. So
and that you could possibly do at your own pace, because it's a computerized system.
It's all automated. Yep, you select your class, the screen will drop down, and the instructors will come on and they'll take you through your class.
Okay,
so
wonderful.
And they can't yell at you, they don't see you, so you can obviously go at your own speed and your own tempo and everything. So.
And you can do it in the room by yourself.
Absolutely.
And not feel embarrassed.
Absolutely. Yep.
In front of anyone else.
Exactly.
And that's a really neat thing to offer.
Absolutely.
I think
it's people like it. It's very very popular. So.
And you can actually bring your friends in there, and you can have competitions.
Correct. Absolutely. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. All right. So tell us about your hours of operation.
Obviously, Anytime Fitness, we are open 24/7. Staffed hours generally are 11:30 to 6 during the week. So, if you're looking to get signed up, or that type of stuff, you would come in during those hours, basically.
Okay. And the door is always open
when we're here
that
during
time.
staffed hours.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
So, when there's not staffed hours, how do you access the building?
Essentially, you're getting a key fob, and your key fob is tied to your membership, and basically you're scanning it at the door, and that's what's letting you, come in and use the facility. Like I say, after 30 days, too, then you're going to have access. You can do the exact same thing at all 3,500 clubs. You just go scan your key there, and it'll work just like here. So.
Oh, that's a really nice extra added benefit.
Absolutely.
Particularly if you do a certain amount of traveling. So even if it's for vacation or business, you can always find an Anytime Fitness place anywhere near you, relatively close.
Yep.
Wow, that is great. That is great. You also take insurance, is that correct? To help pay for the cost of the membership?
Yep,
Tell us how that works.
Well, basically how it works out is as long as your plan participates, which a lot of them do, especially in Minnesota, if you show up either 8 or 12 visits per month, depending on your plan, they'll pay $20 of your membership fee. So, we work with everyone from Blue Cross, Health Partners, South Country, Medica, basically all the major ones we work with. Preferred one if I didn't say that. But yeah, so, and then we also work with Silver Fit, Silver Sneakers. That's just the Medicare, supplements.
Oh, right.
Once people turn 65, they get their supplements, and pretty much the majority of the supplements do have that. It's a free membership, so they just bring in their Silver Sneakers card or their Silver and Fit, just their regular insurance card, and then it's a free membership. They just basically can come anytime they want, and it doesn't cost them a cent. So.
Well, that is a smoking deal.
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
really is.
Yep.
Okay, so you have several different, besides your Wellbeats room, you have several different areas for fitness depending on what the individual is looking for.
Correct, yep.
So why don't we start with a tour, and let's start with your cardio machines that you have.
Okay,
all right.
perfect.
Tim, we've relocated to the area where you have your aerobic equipment, and tell us what you have here.
Okay, yeah, essentially, we have all different types of, bikes, new steps. This has been very popular. We just brought this in a couple months ago. It's called a Jacob's Ladder. Not for the faint of heart. It's definitely, it gets your heart rate up. I'd say it's more for interval training. It works great. But I do have a young wrestler who can make it 45 minutes on that thing. For the average person, 5 minutes at a time is about as much as you're going to get on it. So
you said interval training, and what does that mean?
Just where you're going, fast for a short period of time, essentially. So, and you do, several of those versus doing a 30 to 40 minute cardio workout. You're doing, 6-7 intervals at a higher speed, and then you take a break, and then you come back and do it again. So.
Oh, I see. Okay. So that's what that means. All right.
Absolutely.
And then
so otherwise, the treadmills.
Here.
You got rowing machines, cross trainers, some Stairmasters. These are actually adaptive motion trainers by Precor, and they're wonderful. They'll just adapt to whatever it is that you feel like doing as far as your range of motion. So if you want to do Stairmaster, you can go medium strides, long strides like on a Gazelle. So however you're feeling, whatever you're trying to do with your legs, it's going to let you do it. And then basically, there's different resistances and stuff on there too. But very easy on the knees and the joints, and very effective as far as getting the heart rate up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And you certainly have enough machines here that even during your busiest peak times, there should be something in the cardio area that would be available.
Absolutely. Yep. Your busier times, especially in January, the New Year's rush and stuff like that. The treadmills fill up, a little bit, but for the most part, there's usually machines available, and it does turn over quite quickly. Okay. So absolutely.
And then so you don't get bored as you are doing your cardio, you have a number of television sets here that can kind of entertain you.
Absolutely.
While you go through your 20-minute, 30-minute,
and you can select whatever TV program you want to watch. There's radio frequencies that can you can tune into below the TVs, and that'll broadcast your program right into the headphones for you too.
Okay.
So
great. All right. So then the next place that we're going to, and why don't you just walk on over there, and I'll follow you there. And this is you call it your circuit training area?
Yeah, this is just the circuit training area. Essentially each machine is going to work a certain muscle group. So, from your ab crunch, your triceps, biceps, chest, leg presses, rotary hips for the inner and outer thighs, all your different leg machines and stuff. So each machine essentially will work, a certain muscle group. So we like to teach it, like a circuit where you're not having to, do one exercise and then sit there and wait for 2 minutes and then do it again. So we want you moving from one machine to another, to another, to another. You're working different muscle groups, so you don't have to rest in between your sets. You can, and it helps, one, maximize time, but two, it gets you a great workout. Okay. So.
And now, if someone is brand new to these types of machines, and it looks like you have Cybex machines here, hooray, hooray, hometown company.
Absolutely.
How does one go about learning how to properly use these machines?
Set up an orientation. Again, typically, we'll look at your goals, how fast you want to get there, if you have injuries and restrictions, how many days a week can you be here, how long do you have when you get here, and then we can just make a program up to help you kind of maximize your time. That's the main thing. Okay. So you're getting in and getting out.
And you yourself are a certified personal trainer.
I am. Yep, absolutely. Okay. Yep, and then we have three others that are independent contractors that work with us too. So
besides providing the machines, you can also provide a fitness plan to fit what an individual thinks that they need.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, let's go on then to
and then we'll head out here to
the weight area.
Weight area. Yeah. So
tell us what happens here.
Well, you lift weights, you build muscle. But we have different cage setups back here. You know, there's 750 pounds of bumper plates. There's also, you know, your different Smith machines and cages back there. Do have the bench presses. Dumbbells go up to 110 for the big strong guys. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, like you say, it's kind of, it's great for building, you know, that bigger muscle. And getting a great workout. So
is this something that women should take advantage of as well?
Absolutely. You know, strength training is a wonderful thing for everybody. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a real quick, brief look at what you have here at Anytime Fitness, which is absolutely amazing. And I do have to say, it is spotless. And I think that is very important to a lot of people when they come in and want to use a place that other people in the public are using. It's absolutely spotless.
Yep, and we do have, you know, the showers. We do have the tanning as well. You know, so if anybody's, you know, needs a shower or likes to do the tanning and stuff, that's available for them as well. So
wonderful. Well, now give us your contact information and also where you're located again.
Okay. Yeah. Again, we're in the old Walmart building, 1010 Hoffman Drive, and our phone number here is 451-0144. You can just basically, you know, or stop out between 11:30 and 6, and you know, we can definitely give you a tour and stuff.
All right, sounds good. And with the weather getting colder now, we need to be moving inside. We need to keep moving.
Absolutely.
So let's all move inside to Anytime Fitness.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Jim.
You bet.
Please stay with us, audience. We will be right back after a message from our sponsors.
Advancing the common good means creating opportunities for a better life for all.
United Way is focused on building blocks for a better life, a stable income, good education, and access to health care.
Our goal is to create long-lasting changes by addressing the underlying causes of problems.
Living united means being a part of the change and taking action.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We hope you enjoyed hearing from the candidates as well as Anytime Fitness, an update going on there. It's now time for community announcements. Little Theater of Owatonna is now showing The Little Mermaid and the Prince and How I Became a Pirate. Those are two separate plays, one-act plays. They're showing on October 28th and 29th at 7:30 p.m. and on the 30th at 2 p.m. matinee. Third annual Trick or Treat Trail, Saturday, October 29th, 2 to 4 p.m. at Manatee Park. Ghosts and goblins of all ages, grab your trick or treat bags and head out to Manatee Park for our third annual Trick or Treat Trail. Fourth annual Swap a Tank event. Bring your $10 cash donation for the Steele County Food Shelf to the Owatonna AmeriGas location at 700 North Elm Avenue on Saturday, October 29th, and we will exchange your empty 20-pound gas grill cylinder with a full one. On Friday, October 28th from 6:30 to 8 p.m., the Steele County Historical Society will open the Village of Yesteryear for a haunting we will go. Experience the Village a new way with this free and fun event. We promise no tricks, only treats. And the Riverbend Nature Center invites people of all ages to come out Saturday, October 29th, 2 to 4 p.m. for the Friendly Fall Festival, Bats, Bones, and Bonfires. Well, that's all we have for you today, and we hope that you will join us on Friday when we'll be on location at the Owatonna Hospital with the Hospital Auxiliary Holiday Bazaar, and then we'll have Chris Boosie here, our City Administrator, for an update. Until then, have a great day, and we'll see you on Friday.